and welcome back to my second vlog in Ireland of 2022, and I hope you enjoyed last week's one in Duncannon. So I'm at a new location. We're in County Wexford still, and we're in a place where I've never visited before. Rosslare, famous for its ferry port, and I'll give you a bit of a walking tour of this place, but in the meantime here is Rosslare Strand right there in front of us, and it's quite a fair sized beach anyway, clean enough. And Rossler is actually famous for getting a Tidy Towns award in 2018. There's a lifeguard tower there, so you're definitely in safe hands. So as we're walking along the beach in this direction, to the left on the horizon, that's the Ferry Port. So ferries from there go to South Wales, Pembroke, Fishguard, and to France of all places. And the tide's in a bit. One thing that I always forget to do is check the tide times, but I can't complain. It's quite lovely out here. Temperature's around 19 degrees with a real feel of 17, and we're in the last weekend of August. And we're just looking back from whence I came. Now I see something interesting peeping through the grass there. Wonder what that is. I'll take a closer look. And it's a cannon. So this is unusual. So if anyone knows the reasoning or why this has been placed here, the history behind it, feel free to drop a comment below. So at least they have good aim towards any invading ships out there on the Irish Sea. And so we'll leave that cannon alone and head into the village. And it looks like this picnic area we're walking through looks as if it's been built fairly recently. Bit of bike hire there. And public toilets out to the right, which is next to the car park, which I've utilised this evening. And that direction is the way to the beach or the Strand.
Centra, for the way we live today.
Looks like a quaint bistro type restaurant there. Kelly's Deli. And looks like they're open till 9 p.m. So if I feel like a coffee... Oh, here's another cool place here. Rosslare Gallery. And Beachcomber. That is lovely. Yes, this place is actually full of surprises. I did not expect this at all. Sharkies. This must be the place to get your fish and chips in this village. And you'll encounter that as you drive in. And we continue the walking tour back onto the main street we were at moments ago, and right in front of us there, that is the way back to the beach. And in the distance there, you can see a ferry coming in to dock. Now if you head a little bit south along Coast Road, you'll come across these steps which go down to this beach, which is called Rosetown Bay Beach. So we'll have a look at this one and show you what there is to offer. And from the looks of things, to the right there's a couple of cannons there, so that's intrigued me even more why there's a few cannons along this coastline. So we'll have a look at these. Much the same as the first one, facing outwards towards any past enemy from historical times. And we're back to the steps now. And there's even more steps going down, but I'm not going to chance it because the tide is too high and I don't want to get stuck. But instead, I'll just pano around and give you the view. And so I've driven south about 5 miles or 8 kilometres to another spot I've never been to, but still in the same area. We're at Rosslare Harbour, so we're going to have a look what this place to offer and do more of my walking tour here. Signboard here for Wexford Walking Trail, Rosslare Harbour. So it looks like a lovely boardwalk here, taking us to Rosslare Harbour Beach ahead of us. And the evening isn't too bad, a little bit windy, but not too bad anyway. And you can see more of the ferry port to the left. I can see one of the Irish Ferries ships docked there. And I think we're about 45 minutes from sunset. Bit of cloud cover, but the light is quite soft. And this is it. The beach looks a lot more sandier than Rosslare Strand because Rosslare had quite a few big stones or pebbles on it. But look, there's a paraglider up there, just to the top right of the frame. It's quite peaceful too, only the sound of the waves to contend with. And a couple of fishermen there in the distance. Yes, Rosslare Harbour Beach. You have impressed me this evening. So I've just driven about a mile to where Ballyknocken Playground is to get a better vantage point of the beach. And it is coming up to sunset now. There's a playground there. It's a bit of work done as well. A couple of items by the local men's shed which are pleasant to look at, such as the flower boxes and a bee's nest there. So I've just swung all the way around. You can see the ferry port there in the distance. And there's some information here about Tusker Rock Lighthouse a few miles offshore, which you can see way in the distance above the horizon, but this camera won't be able to make it out because it's wide angle. Read for yourself. You know what to do. Just pause it and take your time with it. And also, this is a fairly recent cliff trail from the looks of things. So if you carry on walking down here for a bit, you'll get to Greenore Point, which has lookout post number 13 from the wartime. I think we saw a lookout post as well in one of my Copper Coast vlogs, and also in Ardmore. so that is just about it from me, Rue, here in Rosslare Harbour. Hope you've enjoyed this vlog. So if you have, don't forget to like, subscribe. If you haven't, you're welcome to do the same. So join me on the next one. Have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Till then, bye.